Hello and welcome to Unit 3. Now we're going to start the third unit, Unit 1.3. This is the last unit of the first theme, identity, and it's beauty and health. So first one, in the first unit, Unit 1.1, we discussed citizen of the world, or world citizen, which was focused mostly on having an international mind, international mindedness, one of the key points of IB education. The second unit was about belief, identity and belief, and now beauty and health. I have to tell you something. These days, in today's very fast moving world, it's become really hard to produce content which is up to date. I'm not talking about this video, this course. It's up to date and you can relate to it for a long time. I'm talking about books that they produce they create and collect and write for education. At the time of writing this book, Cambridge, also Oxford and Pearson and other, they were writing in 2018 and 19. Sometimes they started in 2017, but 18, 19. Because it was for the new guide, first assessment in 2020, and the students started studying in 2019, some of them in 2018, so the book should have been prepared. It's a little bit rush all the time. My point is, just maybe 5 years ago, the beauty and Instagram models and I don't know, this unrealistic image of beauty, that was a big thing. Now, not at all. Not that it is somehow quote unquote solved. It is reversed. Now everyone can be whatever they want to be, which is the opposite of those high standards. So for this unit, we are going to discuss about beauty. I am going to ask you, don't take these lessons for this unit very conceptual, which means the concepts might not be relevant that much anymore to you exactly. Maybe in your society still is a thing, maybe in your society, because it's different where you live. If you are living in the UK and in the US, then maybe you're a little bit ahead. The social issues are ahead. These days, 2022, and the end of 2022, in the United States, abortion, gender equality, gender identity, these are very hot topics. Transitions and stuff like that. In the UK, other stuff. In some Eastern societies, totally different. Still, in many countries, beauty and health is a big thing. So, I don't want you to get me wrong. I'm not going to give you outdated lessons. It's a disclaimer that if you find the topics in the following lessons a little bit old for you, that's okay, because we are practicing mainly English first, later discussion and concepts and topics. So the English part is eternal, never ends, never goes old. Let's start. Let me show you, as usual, learning objectives and guiding questions and vocabulary. Unit 1.3, learning objectives. First one, become more aware of the adverse effects of the beauty industry on people's physical and mental health caused by an unrealistic depiction and narrow definition of beauty in the media. we are going to become more aware of these things. To be able to articulate ideas about the beauty industry and the pressure on people to look beautiful. Guiding questions. First one, to what extent is your definition of beauty shaped by the media, including advertisement, movies, and TV commercials? Also, what are the effects of the media's narrow definition of beauty on people's mental and physical health? In the following couple of lessons, every time that we talk about the influence of media on minds of people about beauty, I will give you a little bit of, work around this beauty, and we will go into other topics that might be of your interest or concern, or anyways, you learn more. So here we explore, first of all, the definition of beauty, to what extent is shaped by media, advertisement, movies, and TV commercials, and what are the effects of the media's narrow definition of beauty on people's mental and physical health. Basically, first we want to explore. You find a person beautiful. Why? What are your criteria for being beautiful? Because they look like models, they look like Hollywood actors and actresses? That's the first one that we're going to explore. The second one, what are the effects of these things? Narrow definition. Narrow definition. What is a narrow definition? It's very strict. It's not flexible. If you are tall, if you look like this, if your hair color is like this, if your eye color is like this, if you're slim, if you're fit, and all these things, then you are beautiful. Other than that, no, you are not. And it is exactly the opposite of beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So what are the effects of these narrow definition on mental and physical health? We will find out. We read a lot, we watch videos and listen to listenings. Okay, let's move on to the word bank. There 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13. 13 words we have here. Airbrushed, media, self-esteem, bulimia or bulimia nervosa, self-image, celebrities, fashion, whitening, expectations, awareness, models, diet, anorexia. I want you to take a moment, a couple of seconds, and see if there is a word that you don't know, you have no idea what that means. Okay. Airbrush it should be easy. It's a tool for painting, art. Airbrush. We can just Google it. You can see they do amazing. Especially on t-shirt, they do airbrush the images. They're amazing. Body painting also, it's done by airbrush mostly. Media is the it's the plural of medium. But media means social networks, television, radio, all the networks basically that give you news, information, entertainment, all media. Self-esteem. I need to explain a little bit more about self-esteem. Self-esteem and self-confidence are different. People sometimes mistake one for another. But that's not right. That's not correct. Self-confidence means the person. If I'm self-confident, it means I'm confident of myself. What it means? It means I'm sure that I can do these things. I can learn that thing. I can go that place. So I'm confident. I have confidence. I'm certain. I'm sure. Esteem. The word esteem means level, adoring, respect. So self-esteem is self-respect mostly. It's closer to self-respect than self-confidence. So you might be confident, but you might not respect yourself and hold yourself in a high position. So this is self-esteem. Bulimia or bulimia nervosa is nervous eating. Binge eating something, suddenly attacking and eating like, I don't know, 3 big packs of ice cream. And then the feeling of guilt kicks in and you want to get rid of everything. So they do it by trying to throwing up, vomiting, do laxatives to go use the bathroom and get it all out. So bulimia is doing this crazy thing. Self-image is the image that you have of yourself or anyone has of themselves. Celebrity, there's no need to explain. Fashion, whitening, something that makes things white. Whitening. Whitening agent or whitening product. Whitening means to make white or to make lighter in color. Expectations means expectations. Awareness, of course, being aware of something and knowing. Models, diet. Anorexia. Anorexia means it's a condition that the person, an anorexic person, cannot eat and loses weight. Many of them survive, some of them just die. So it's an eating disorder that the person cannot eat, stops eating. And it starts with bad diet. Most of the time it starts with bad dieting. So this was the beginning of Unit 1.3. See you on the next lesson.